This is why you should keep posting on YouTube, even if nobody watches. So I know it gets hard. I know posting on YouTube is hard. Creating content is hard. Creating content and putting, a massive amount of effort into it only to see it get 0 views is really hard to deal with. That's what I'm dealing with right now. You put a lot of effort into your videos. You put a lot of effort into scripting and writing and editing. And even if you're not scripting, even if you're not doing all that, it's still a lot of effort to put out a video. And then to put it out and to see you get no views, no results, and it feels like nobody's watching, it's hard. And you feel like you're spinning around in a circle and nothing's progressing and it's not going the way you want it to go. But you have to keep posting. You have to keep going. You have to get through that phase. And especially me coming from music and knowing how hard it is to get music out there, to put so much effort. You put effort into the beat, then you put effort into working on the song with the artist. As an artist, you may put a lot of effort into writing the song, recording the song, making sure that you have something hard, that you have something hot. And then once you get the song finished and then you get it out there, if you do a music video, you try to market it and promote it. And sometimes you still don't get any views. You still don't get the response that you wanted to get. That can be frustrating, especially when you feel like you're not getting any progress and you feel like it's not going in the direction that you want it to go. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you why I think it's even more important for artists, music artists specifically, to get on YouTube and keep posting on YouTube and start building their YouTube. But I'll tell you that at the end of this video. I feel like a lot of us, whether we're YouTubers trying to get videos out there, or music artists trying to get songs out there, trying to get music videos out there, or just get out there, get your name out there as an artist in general, I feel like we go through a lot of the same struggles. And I'm gonna tell you my 3 reasons why I feel like you have to keep posting on YouTube, even if you're not getting any views. So the number 1 reason is everybody that's at the top started at the bottom. And I don't mean that to be like cliche, and I don't mean that to be, whatever. But I'm serious, like for real, like you have to start at the bottom. There's no way to climb that mountain without climbing from the bottom to the top. And you have to go through that process in order to get there. Not only do you have to go through that process in order to get there, but anybody that got to the top, they had to go through that phase. They had to go through the phase where at one point in time, nobody was watching their videos. They weren't getting any views. It probably felt like it was going nowhere. If you're doing music, nobody's listening to your music. Nobody's showing up to your shows. Nobody wants to download your mixtape. It's the same situation over and over and over again. The only way to get through that is to continue to post, to continue to put out videos, to continue to put out music, to continue to grow so you can get past that phase. And I think the reason why that's true, why everybody has to go through that phase, is because it's a universal truth that it takes hard work, consistency, and a little bit of luck to get anything done. It takes hard work, consistency, and luck to be successful. Now, I've actually made a video about this, and I'll link it in the description down below. And I talk about it in a lot of my videos. And the reason why is because it's true. You have to keep going. You have to stay consistent. Now, part of that you can control, and part of that you can't control. So the hard work you can control. How good your product is, you can control that, at least to a certain degree. You can try to be better. You can try to make sure you're doing the right things and you're putting in the work that you need to put in. With consistency, you can focus all your effort on showing up. That part is up to you. That part is all inside of your control. Now, the luck part of things, you can't really control that. Sometimes you may be in the right place at the right time. For example, if you're on YouTube right now, the stripped down, easier, more straightforward videos are the ones that are taking off. So if you're putting out videos like this right now, the wave is in your favor. These videos are going up. So get in front of that camera, make those videos, and put them out, because right now just so happens to be the right time for these type of videos. But sometimes things aren't in your favor. If you're trying to make summer content and it's the middle of winter, nobody's gonna wanna watch that. But again, you gotta control what you can control and put yourself in your best position. Putting in the work, staying consistent. Now you're probably thinking, why in the world would I listen to this guy? You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, you know, I'm a big believer in work. And right now, I don't necessarily have the work to prove what I'm saying. So if you don't want to listen to me, you can listen to Kai Cenat. Now, I assume most people watching this video know who Kai Cenat is. If you don't know who he is, look him up. But I just so happened to be watching an interview today with Kai Cenat, and he was basically saying the same thing that I'm saying. Hard work, consistency, dedication, and a little bit of luck. So even if, you know, you don't necessarily want to take my word for it, because I look like I'm at the bottom right now, you can look at the people at the top, whether it be Kai Cenat or whoever your favorite YouTuber is, whoever your favorite music artist is. Listen to them. Listen to what they say, because I'd be willing to bet that they're going to say something along the lines of hard work and consistency, dedication. So the second reason why I feel like it's important to keep posting, keep pushing, and keep going is improvement. Every time you post a video, you're going to get a little bit better. You're going to improve that muscle memory. You're going to make those little tweaks. You're going to make those little improvements, and you're going to continue to grow and get better and better and better. When you're posting videos and nobody's watching your videos, the downside obviously is nobody's watching your videos and you feel like you're not progressing. But the upside is you get to practice. You can continue to post and improve and get better and better and not worry about people's judgment or people watching you or whatever. Imagine if you're trying to be a ball player and every time you play, it's an NBA game. You would never have a chance to improve. You wouldn't be able to go to practice and work on the fundamentals. You wouldn't be able to get in the gym and get stronger and get better. And that's what happens when you post even though nobody's watching. It's like you're in the gym. It's like you're practicing. You're sharpening those skills that are going to get you to where you want to be. You're developing the skill set that's going to allow you to deal with the criticism that comes along with it. That's going to allow you to deal with the pressure of following trends or trying to shape your videos to fit your audience. You have to develop that skill set. So as long as you continue to post, even though nobody's watching, then you continue to get better and you continue to develop those skills. And that brings me to my number 3 reason why I feel like you should keep posting even though nobody's watching. And that's because you're building your catalog. You're building up a library of videos that once people get to know you and like you, once it all comes together and the algorithm is actually in your favor and people are tapped in and people really want to see what you got, what are they going to do? They're going to go back and they're going to binge watch all of your videos. They're going to binge watch all your old videos from your catalog that you've built up, from your library of videos, and they're going to go crazy. I mean, we all do it. Once we discover something that we like, you know, we binge it. We can't get enough of it. You find a new artist that you like, you want to pull up all their old albums and pull up all the different EPs that they have. If you find something on Netflix that you like, you're going to end up sitting there and just binging the whole thing. And if you're continuing to put out work and continuing to get better, then you're building that catalog that people can come and find when they're ready and they can go through it. And in case you're worried about, well, I'm going to end up improving to the point where I want people to watch my new videos, but I don't want them to watch my old videos because I used to suck and all that kind of stuff. Don't be worried about that. Because what do people love more than a transformation story? People love to see your old videos, to see where you came from, to see the crappy quality that it used to be and how it got better and better and better up until what it is now and today. Everyone loves to be able to look back and say, I remember back when he was at this level. I remember back when it was like this. I remember back when they weren't that good and nobody really knew about them. People love that. So when you keep posting and you're building your catalog, you're building your library of videos that people can come watch, you're giving people a chance to grow with you. You're giving people a chance to see where you came from and where you ended up. Now, why do I think artists specifically should start a YouTube and post on YouTube consistently? I think artists need to get on YouTube so that they can tell their story. You need to get on here so you can tell your story. Obviously, as an artist, you want to put your music on YouTube. You want to have music videos. You want to have all that type of stuff. But you have to realize all the big major artists are also using it as an opportunity to tell their story. They're putting up their interviews. They're putting up their behind the scenes content. And you can do the same thing. You can get on YouTube and tell us your story. You can give us that extra content that tells us why you were inspired to make this mixtape. You can give us that extra content that tells us where you're from. You know, you got these artists doing jewelry shopping, doing pull-up performances. All that is content that you should be putting on your YouTube, and then also giving us the behind the scenes of that so that you can tell your story. And right now, YouTube is in easy mode, so it's even easier to put that content out and give us those extra behind the scenes stuff. Right now, you can get on YouTube, whether you're an artist or a YouTuber or just a creator in general, and all you have to do is turn on the camera and tell your story. Turn on the camera, be authentic, be real, and be consistent, and you will see some results. And that's exactly why I'm filming this video right now, so I can practice what I preach and show you guys that you can go up from filming videos and putting them out. So those are the 3 reasons why I feel like you should keep posting on YouTube, even if nobody watches, because you have to go through that process. You have to get to that next level. You're gonna improve, and you're gonna build up that catalog and that library of videos so that once it does pop, it's gonna go crazy. So if you got some value from this, drop some comments and let me know. If you're posting videos, if you're a YouTube creator, or if you're an artist, let me know. Let's lock in. Drop your YouTube down below. You know, put me onto your music, put me onto your YouTube, whatever it is. Drop me a comment and let me know. My name is Dumas. I make beats, and if you want to work, hit me up.